All right. Good morning. How are you? I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Here we go. Here we go. Donnie McClurkin. We all know, those of us, got a little extra grease in that corner. Those of us that subscribe to me, follow me, keep up with me know that I don't really do Donisha McClurkin. I don't. I'm not telling you you shouldn't. I'm not telling you how to feel about Don. I'm just letting you know personally that the doll, me, I don't really like Donisha. Just ain't my cup of tea. He sings down. Do not get me wrong. A couple songs he sang that I just, sometimes they marinate in my spirit. Ain't no thing. But my problem today is that Don got on somebody's live somewhere, honey, and decided to tell you, when these gospel artists, when they have scandal, basically, we should not, we shouldn't talk about it. Talk about it. He basically said, you can't say nothing to me about my family. Can't say nothing to me about Kirk Franklin. Can't say nothing to me about Yolanda Adams. Can't say nothing to me about the Marys. Can't say nothing to me about Tasha Page Lockhart and Tasha Cobbs. Can't say nothing to me about Jacqueline Carr. Can't say nothing to me about the Walls group. And, okay, fine, cool. We won't call you Donnie, but we gonna talk about it. The thing about it is, his whole spiel in that moment was, we shouldn't be circulating these people's dramas and scandals around. We shouldn't be talking about it. What we as the church need to do is cover them. And to that I say, using my logistics mind, y'all know I love a good logistic. Let's be logical here. How are we going to cover, for example, the latest scandal, the Walls boy? How are we supposed to cover the Walls boy if ain't nobody told us what's going on with the Walls boy? If I hadn't heard, well, I have a sixth sense about these things, but if my mama hadn't heard anything about, the Walls boy and, his proclivities and propensities and prerogatives and other P words, then how would she know to pray? How would she know to come against, what you want come against? You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense to me, that you think, like Kevin Terry, for example, you want to sing gospel, but you have been recorded sucking a man's penis, and you are a man. In the gospel industry, in the church world, that's just not it, girl. That's not what the church girls do. That's not what they appreciate, and that's not what they support. I just can't understand why, when you have done something on camera, now it's another thing to be doing something in secret and somebody done leaked your tape and you ain't know it was a tape out there. From what I understand, Kevin Terry was looking up at the camera. From what I understand, the Walls boy was on live with a boy's head in his lap or something of that nature. These people are doing things boldly and on camera. And I'm not saying whether the things are right or whether they're wrong, but from a church's point of view, they are incorrect. And from a church's point of view, they're going to rebuke it, bind it, come against it, call it out, speak it, shame it, shackle it, bind it, send it back to hell, Ebo Sha. But they cannot do that if they don't know what they're binding, shackling, coming against, and Ebo Sha-ing. So, I mean, you get in your church and you come against the spirit of this and the spirit of that, but how are you to know if you're coming against, excuse me, I've got to dab, if you're coming against is working, if the people ain't being honest? I don't understand. Another point that I need to make is, Donnie McClurkin, your first hit song, I think it was your first hit song. The first time I ever heard about it, Donnie McClurkin, I was a child. And every living body, this was prior to Marvin Sapp's, never would have made it, and he saw the best in me, all of that. Prior to that, the sinners loved a We Fall Down. Anytime you see a sinner that felt a little spiritual back in the early 2000s, maybe like late 90s, I don't really remember. It was, we fall down, but we get up. Like, I know I was flat. You don't have to call me and tell me. That's okay. You don't have to call me. I know I was flat on that get. I understand. The point is, sweetie, your song says, we fall down, but we get up. We can't get up if we're not falling down, Donnie McClurkin. I don't understand. You talking about covering the people and this and that and the other. But the message that you skyrocketed on, the message that got you to be the Donnie McClurkin that you are today, is that a saint is a sinner who fell down and got up. We need examples of people who have gone through things and have prevailed and travailed in this world. Like, and we're in a digital world. We're in a media world. You know what I mean? So we need to see examples of gospel singers, Christian artists, falling down in the digital age, in the media, and rebuilding, getting back up. Like, girl, what are you talking about? We need to cover them and we don't need to talk about it. You're saying we need to sweep things under the rug. And I just don't think that's it. I just don't. EYE, I don't. I don't. My last and final point, I believe, is that the Bible in the book of, I believe it's Numbers, says that your sin will find you out. If you're doing sin, it's gonna find you out, girl. Somebody gonna know about it after a while eventually, or you gonna know about it when you try to knock on heaven's door and heaven is like, excuse me, we don't, your name ain't on the list, you can't come in. Like, your sin is going to find you out. We cannot sit around and act like these people sinning, sinning or doing things that are against the church. We can't act like it's not just a normal, natural thing for it to find you out, girl. It's gonna be found out. It's gonna be found out. Like, especially when the children are doing the things on the cameras. Now, Donnie, don't act like if, you wasn't coming up way pre-smartphone era, we wouldn't have some tapes of you. You know we would. You know we would. And not just Donnie. Not just Donnie. I'm sure Tina Campbell probably would have a couple tapes out there or something. Plenty of folks probably would, if they had been coming up in the time of today, have a bunch of tapes out there of something they was doing. Something. It's just illogical to think that because these people are on camera that we're just going to, as the church, we're just going to ignore it and pray about it. How we going to pray about it if we ignore it? How we going to cover the people? Like, girl, I can't cover you if I don't know you cold. I cannot cover you if I don't know you're cold. Like, whatever, girl. I just didn't understand. I didn't understand. I know the saints are gonna get down in the comments. Y'all maybe can try to clarify for me where we were trying to go with this, but I don't know. Anyway, girl, it's hot. I tried to catch a little of this golden hour sunlight this early morning, but girl, it's hot out here. Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Anywho, I'm feeling a little better as far as my latest illnesses, for those of you wondering. And my spirits they're going back up, so we just keep me lifted, those of you that know the words of prayer. Anywho, I'm going in the house. I may see y'all a little later this afternoon. Like, comment, subscribe, all the things the YouTube is saying. I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.